What's up, everyone, and welcome to another Meet Kevin Report, where I report news that makes you money. In today's Meet Kevin Report, we are talking about Betterment's announcement of their new high-yield savings plan, asterisk. We'll be talking about the generation that realtors hate the most, and then we'll be talking about a shocker at Starbucks in reference to their stocks. The online investment advisor Betterment.com has just announced a brand new super high-yield savings account that offers you 2.69% asterisk on your money risk-free. And this video is about that asterisk. See, I first became skeptical of Betterment.com a few weeks ago. I actually talked about that skepticism in another video where I realized, wait a minute, Betterment.com offers a 2% yield on your savings, but I couldn't find any FDIC insurance. So me being me, I called the company and asked them, what's going on here? Why are you kind of skirting around that there's no FDIC insurance on your 2% savings account? See, in case you don't know, when you put your money into a bank account, like a savings account or a checking account, and then let's say that company goes bankrupt, your money is insured, so you can't lose your money. The government insures it so that people don't go to a bank anytime there's a recession and take all their money out for fear that that bank is going to go bankrupt. Fun fact, have you ever heard of safety deposit boxes? Yeah, those actually don't have FDIC insurance. So for example, you could put $10,000 into a savings account with Chase. Chase could go bankrupt and you'll still get your $10,000 back because the government insures it. However, if you put that $10,000 into a safety deposit box and that money happens to go missing, you got no insurance. So FDIC insurance is very important. You want that. And that's why I was so skeptical of Betterment. I'm like, wait a minute, you're offering a 2% savings account, but there's no FDIC insurance, like what's going on? And that's where they kind of, in my opinion, came clean. And I'm sure there's some kind of, fine print on their website that I just couldn't find quickly enough. But they told me, yeah, our 2% savings plan is actually a low risk investment into treasury bonds. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? You're calling it a savings account, but you're saying it's a low-risk investment. Let me just try to wrap my head around this with some code. Low risk does not equal savings. Zero risk does equal savings. And so that bothered me, and I made a video talking about it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Well, they must have seen it, because they have canned that program. Now, I'm sure they were some of the people who smashed the dislike button on that video. I never understand why I get them dislikes, but hey, oh well. Look, the bottom line is, if you're going to call something a savings account, it better be a savings account and not like a low risk investment, okay? I don't wanna hear that. And so when I saw Betterment's announcement that they were going to have a 2.69% asterisk yield on their new savings account, I became skeptical. And that's when I realized, come on, Betterment, you had a chance. You had a chance to beat out my other high yield savings account recommendation, which we'll talk about in a second. You had a chance, yet you had to put it in an asterisk. And then you go down to see what this asterisk is all about. And what do they say? They say, oh, if you signed up for our checking account, which we're coming out with soon, then we'll give you 2.69% on your money for the rest of 2019. So it's an introductory rate that they are now plastering with ads all over the internet to try to compete with Wealthfront, who offers 2.57%. The problem is, Betterment's rate goes down to 2.43% after 2019. Like seriously, Betterment, how much more expensive is it to just offer the 2.69% without the asterisk? That is, without this introductory promotional period. Just offer people what you say you're offering them. Don't give them 2.69% to tell them not to go invest somewhere else, and then tease them with that rate and lower it down to 2.43% later. It's just frustrating. I know we're talking about small numbers here, but I just don't like that. I didn't like what you did with the savings account that was actually an investment into bonds, and I don't like this teaser rate. It's just, I feel like it's manipulating people. It's not cool. You shouldn't do this. Now, I'm sure you're gonna dislike this video as well, but maybe take a hint, and how about you just make up for this crap and come out with a 3% high yield savings account, bite the bullet, pay the money to people, and don't do this teaser rate junk. You know what? Then I'd actually be very proud of you. And think about the marketing publicity you'd get if you had a 3% savings account. Now, in other news, Redfin conducted a survey of about 500 real estate agents and found that one generation is pretty much the most hated generation for realtors to work for. And guess which generation that is? The millennial generation. Now, the millennial generation happens to be my most popular client for helping people buy and sell houses. It's also the most popular member of my real estate investing course, linked below. Millennials are also the most interactive people. They actually come to the private live streams, they actually ask questions, they ask for help, and they let me help them, which I think is awesome. I'm here to help y'all. But apparently, realtors in general think otherwise. The biggest argument with millennials seems to be that millennials are not as loyal as other generations. That is, it's very easy to just one click to go view a home with a different company or different website or different agent and not necessarily have that one loyal agent that's helping you build your investment portfolio, which was very, very common back in the 80s, 90s, and oftentimes still today, where you almost have your real estate agent be your investment advisor and help you through the stages of growing wealth in real estate. At least that's how I view real estate, and that's exactly how I still run my business. I will sit down with people and figure out, hey, how can we build you wealth over time? Maybe the true reason is maybe realtors are just jaded people. In fact, the survey went on to say that most real estate agents would not recommend a career in real estate. In fact, only 21% of people would recommend being a real estate agent as a career. So who knows, maybe millennials are secretly sniffing out a hidden dissatisfaction in the business. In other news, Starbucks stock is up 6%. Some of you may know that I've been a fan of buying Starbucks stock over the last couple years. I don't have much in the stock. I've got maybe $12,000 or $13,000 in it, but it's a company that I've always been keeping a close eye on. That stock is now up 6%. This is in part to Chief Executive Kevin Johnson's efforts to streamline the service that Starbucks provides. This was sort of undoing some of what Howard Schultz did, who was the chief executive before him. By the way, Howard Schultz has a really good book out that you should read if you're at all interested in entrepreneurship, sort of the story of how Starbucks started, but really some incredible business advice in there. I've linked that book down below in the description, so make sure to check that out and use that Amazon affiliate link. Thank you very much. But anyway, one of the biggest drivers of their success also seems to be their mobile app platform, where you can pay with the app and collect stars. There are now over 16 million people using the Starbucks loyalty program, and that continues to grow. And to me, this is a big middle finger to startup coffee shops around the world, especially the ones located near Starbucks's. Why? Because for some reason, when people have an app on their phone and they got the Starbucks gift cards and Starbucks stars to collect, they're probably less likely to go to startup coffee shops and more likely to walk into Starbucks. They've also been introducing new and more expensive drinks and expanding into China, and sales in China are actually doing very well, which I have to say I personally was not expecting. I was not hanging my hat at all on a Chinese growth because I personally thought, getting an American company to gain a foothold in China, I don't know, I wasn't seeing it, but hey, I am fully impressed, and to me, that's a big game changer. Now, you might be wondering, Kevin, why do you think that Starbucks wouldn't work in China? Because a lot of companies have tried to get into the Chinese market. Tesla's about to try to get into the Chinese market with the Model 3, which I've got my fingers crossed will work out very well. I believe in Tesla. But here's the thing, Amazon failed in China, and so did Home Depot. Home Depot had like 12 or 13 stores in China and literally closed all of them because it just didn't work out. So it's not as easy to take American concepts and throw them into a foreign country and hope that they stick. But somehow, Starbucks is making it work. But in the meantime, I'll keep drinking my 5-cent coffee. See you in the real estate investing course. Looking forward to some more live streams with y'all, folks. Remember to join before July 31st. And keep in mind that I will be hosting a crash course in Seattle in less than 2.5 weeks. We're just about to announce the location, and I'm super excited to see y'all there.